Well, hello and good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Stitches and Jags. Oh, I'm just looking at my hair. I've come in and I've not brushed my hair, which is not like me. So welcome to Stitches and Jags. My name is Karen. I live in the northwest of England with my husband. I'm an empty nester and we have 3 children who have partners, husband and 6 grandchildren and 4 crazy Jack Russells that live with us. Looks like my face is dirty. I don't think it is. Let's put in my glasses. So welcome. It's been a while. No major reasons. Just like the summer holidays, the summer, and things just run away with you. This is the first week. No, it isn't. It'll be the second week that I'm officially back and doing all the extra things that I should do. I'm just going to put it out here. I don't normally say this. Anybody that is new here today that's tuning in, I don't normally talk like this, but I think the world got a bit too much for me over sort of August and going back to school and all what that entails. A dreadful thing happened there last year. But yes, there we are. But I think I've pulled myself together and I'm ready to talk about knitting, crocheting and a bit sewing today. So I think when I left you last, I'm just looking around for my pattern because I don't want to drop anything. So I have been knitting and I thought rather than come back and show you everything I've knitted, I'll perhaps keep it and then I've got something to regularly come back for and to share with you. So I was knitting the Gazania shawl. Forgive me if I'm not pronounced that correctly. And the pattern was from Under the Olive Tree. And I just fell in love with the lace weight work at the bottom. Oh my word. So, and I've forgotten my labels. One of the other reasons that I couldn't come back was because I've had a problem with my music. My editing, when I go onto YouTube to upload it, it says that my music is copyrighted. So I've not been putting my music on. I signed up for Endemic Sound and for some reason I couldn't get back into it. But I worked it out. I'm always frightened if I press this button or that button, I'm going to lose it and it'll all disappear. So yeah, so I did Endemic Sound. I was like, right, okay, I'm rocking and rolling now. Know what I'm going to do. Went on to my editing app, which is Filmora, and it said, it always comes on and said, there's a new version, do you want to update? And I'm always saying no. And I thought, do you know what, I sorted the music out? Let's say yes. So I said yes. And I've used this version since I started. And oh my word, everything just disappeared. I was like, oh my word. Perhaps it is the time to just hang up my knitting. But Mr. Jackson's managed to sort it out. And it's not the original software, but it is as close as he can get it. I think it's 2023. So if you see this, it'll be a miracle, and then hopefully I'll be back. I'll have no reasons to put it off anymore. But I'm digressing. I have the most wonderful shawl to show you. Look at this. Oh my word. Let me stand up and I can show you the lace. So you can see, yes, you can see the flowers. Look at that lace. Isn't that beautiful? It's such a beautiful pattern. Oh my word. So it's 1 skein of 4 ply. I've got the perfect dress to wear with it, and if I had been more organised I would have ironed it because I think it's not in the wardrobe and I would have put it on, but I do love a shawl. So yes, now I've remembered what I haven't got, and they are the ball bands, which is not like me. I think they're downstairs. This yarn I bought on Knitting in Public Day, and it was from Formby, Squirrel and June, who are based in Formby, which is not very far from me. I was like, oh my word, it's just the colours of that dress I could do for shawl. And then this yarn I bought in February from the yarn show in Blackpool, and I can't think what it's called, winter something. If I can find out, I'll put it on the screen for you. And this is Lottie Knits. Oh my word, I've just finished knitting another shawl. I know. And I used emerald green. I bought two. Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Oh my word, you know when you've made something and you just love it, you keep looking at it. So I sewed all my ends in, and then for some reason, I don't know quite what's happened, there's something there. So I've got to just sew that in. I didn't, well, knit it properly. And I didn't notice until I'd forgotten about it when I blocked it. So yeah, I just kept knitting. So I am chuffed to bits with that. So really lovely pattern, really easy to use, so it will not be my last pattern that I purchased. And I have this much yarn left. Let's see if I weighed it and wrote it on there, if I was super organised. All right, all over my paper patterns. And the pattern is written instructions and charted, so I used a bit of both. And also there's a checklist as well, a bit like Helen Stewart. So yes, that was really worth doing. So yes, so that'll go into my holding bay, shall we say, for the wool. So let's put that on the floor because it's just going to fall everywhere. What was second off my needles? Oh, I had a little crochet shawl. I think it was the second day at the Blackpool show. I saw this beautiful shawl hanging up, and it was by Attic Spin Dye, and I don't have the label for that either. So it must be in my table downstairs. And I was like, oh my word, that's so beautiful. I need to have a go. Can I? And I've only ever crocheted one shawl, and it was for Alex at my Yarny Corner. But I've had a go. Oh, right, okay. And I have, I finished it 2 weeks ago? No, is it 2 weeks? A month ago. And I go to a little class I've just started on a Tuesday night. I didn't know what to take, so I took it with me. Sewed all the yarn ins, but I thought I'll just wait till I get home, and then I can look at it again, check, and I'll cut them off. I put it on the side ready to podcast, and I haven't. But look at this. Isn't it beautiful? I'll stand up again. So you start from the bottom up, and then you go back and you do like a little picot edge. Oh, and it's so satisfying when you block it and pin it out. Oh my word. So you can see like my ends dangling. But I thought, no, nothing is going to stop me podcasting today. So, and the pattern is Vintage Peach, and it's by Carmen Heffernan, I think. So it's £3.19 sterling and £3.50 euros. And as for today's date, which is, what's today's date? I think it's the 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd of September. There were 84 projects listed. So that's what it looks like. And I think they had it in that. No, they didn't. They had it in this colour because that's what caught my eye. I wear a lot of like blues, and I think I'm going into denims, so I thought that would be ideal. To wear. Dead easy pattern. There is a video tutorial that starts you off. Really lovely lady, very clear tutorial, so well worth going and having a look. And I think that would make an excellent gift for somebody, very quick. So that's a tip for you. So that's that. What else do I have as a finished object? Oh, well, it was my daughter's birthday, the eldest one, at the end of August. And so I knitted these earlier in the year, so I was all ahead of myself. And her favourite colour is green. Just plain vanilla socks, because I thought that yarn is just too busy, but it is absolutely delicious. So it's a standard vanilla sock, a 2x2 rib, I think 60, 50 rows down here, heel, flap and gusset, and then she's a size 6, so she's a little bit bigger than me. I'm a size 5, just in case anybody wants to knit me some socks. And then a wedge toe. And I do have the yarn for this, and I do have the ball band, because I think I knitted my youngest daughter a pair of socks. And these are Rico, and they're soft spin, and I think I bought these when I went to Modern Yarn, bought this yarn, oh my word. And I don't know how much yarn I have there. I'll weigh it and I'll put it in the show notes down below so you can see. So I think you probably could get another pair of socks, maybe shorty socks from these. Yeah, absolutely delicious. That's how it's supposed to come out. So I thought I don't need to do anything else but just knit these. So I gave them to my daughter. I said, can I have them back? I need to take a photograph. And it's a standard joke in my house. I gift them and then I have them back. Don't take the photograph and then I lose them. Elizabeth is still waiting for a pair of socks from March, and that was her birthday in March. And I've seen them, they're in a bag, and that's what I do. Stuff everything in the bags, take them upstairs, put it where it needs to go, and whatever is in there just gets lost. And then I also, when I went to the Quilt Festival in August, beginning of August, I went to a stall. I can't remember who it was, oh my word. And they had the new Tilda range fabric, and when I saw this I thought, oh my word, I need to make my daughter something. So I made her a project bag, and she wanted, she's mentioned a couple of times she could do like a deeper project bag. So this is what I've made her. And it goes on, seems to go on forever. It's creased. I've ironed it, but it's still creased. So there it is. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And look at the red head peeking out. Oh my word. So this is Tilda as well. Teamed it with the Spot. And it has a pocket. And she has, it's pocket and it's lined. I've lined it. And it has a green gingham. I bought loads of green gingham for her pre-wedding party and used it as tablecloths. And I thought if it gets stained, I could just cut that piece out. And it wasn't until I'd finished and I was ironing it, I realised there was a slight stain on it. I said that's where her husband spilt the coleslaw, which is an in-joke. And then there are 2 pockets inside, lined pockets. So she does a lot of blankets. Can you see that? Yeah. I've used like every scrap. Used every scrap up. She was absolutely delighted, bless her, when I gave her that bag. Oh my word, there's a fly. I've had the window open. Yeah, so you get the idea. And it's a drawstring construction. And then I'd found these, and they've just bought a camper van. So, yeah, so that's... they've gone round, but it's Benjamin's mum and dad. So, yeah, mum and dad, and then I think Benjamin's in there. So that's little pins that she can have. And then I had enough material left over to make her a little notions pouch. And I just need to thread it. She can have that. And again, it's lined with the green gingham. So eventually I'll use it all up. I should always have green lined bags. But beautiful. And this is like a linen. Yeah, lovely. So there we are. I've been busy. Oh. Let me just have a sip of more water. I've been to see my mum this afternoon, and I thought, right, I'm definitely going to go back. I'd got everything out, and I thought I'd just come in and I'll do this before Mr. Jacks calls me for my dinner. And after, I'm looking because the Alpine Bloom is still up there. It's making me smile. It's like been my biggest crafty achievement this year, and I'm really looking forward to wearing it at Yarndale. and I've been having a bit of a sort out, tidy up, because it's, I think autumn is like another reset. You have it in January for the whole year, but I think after the summer and everything, you have I certainly have like another reset and plan as to what I'm going to do. And I had this project bag in the cupboard over there. Oops. And I knew what was in there. I thought, I think the time is now to get this out. And it's a really, really lovely hokey lokey telly bag that my husband treated me to. And it was 2021. I saw this pattern, and when you see a pattern and or anything, you see, oh my word, that's the most wonderful thing. I just need to make it. And it was the Stagecoach by Caitlin Hunter. Oh my word. And it's like the prairie girl in me. Oh my word. And I wound my yarn up. I'll show you what this one and the purple and the red and the yarn is. I think it's been discontinued, but I think you get similar shades in another yarn, and it's by Barram U, and this is Dovestone DK, and this is, I think it, what's this called? Chevin? Yeah, look. That green is just delicious. Oh my word. Just such a Granny Smith green, and this is the label. And I wound it up and I was all set to do it, and then I talked myself out of it, and I was like, no, can't do it. And I was like, oh, I'm great at doing that. Are you? Yeah. Well, I thought, right, just have a go. What's the worst that you might have to do is undo it. So I just started very slowly. I cast on the neck, and then I did the shaping, and then I just spent a month just doing a couple of rows a night, that it wouldn't be so perhaps of a difficult task for me. Do you want to see how I've got on? Ta-da! Oh my word. Oh my word, look at that. Oh, that's over there. Yeah. So the colour work is finished on the yoke. I've split for the sleeves. I've knitted down to where I should be before I start. There's another 12 rows of, or a band of colour work I should say. And then you do the rib. It's been hanging on the door. It's been finished for about a week, 10 days. I've had it on the door and I just keep looking at it. And I've been funny enough, watching some videos of the ranunculus. I must have just seen a video, put it on, because that is something else that I would like to make. And all these videos have been coming up. So I've been watching quite a few over the last week, and I've picked up some tips. And one of the tips that I have picked up, and I'm very much a beginner in this field. I can knit jumpers. I can knit them top down, bottom up. Bottom up was how I learned. I've knitted them for my grandchildren, and as they've grown, they've got bigger and bigger. And I've never fully appreciated when I first started podcasting that if I can knit a baby jumper, then I can knit an adult jumper. It's just bigger, but I also have to learn about fitting, because I was in the front of the queue to give people compliments and say, oh, well done. And I was in the front of the queue when they were handing out bust sizes. So I'm very conscious of my apex. I measure 41.5 inch bust. And somebody was saying about the ranunculus that when she knitted the ranunculus, and she knitted it 3 times because she kept having to take it back, and her bust was bigger than mine, and she said because she sort of came out a bit more, it brought everything up. So my gut instinct, and I know that I'm not an expert, I'm not that confident, my gut instinct is to perhaps put a bit more on there. So I'm wondering if because I've got the colour work, I've been looking at the patterns and things, and I think people have lengthened them, and they've mentioned that on Ravelry. That I think I need to put something on there, but not too much, because I don't want to have to rip that colour book back.
Callum, tea's ready.
That's Mr. Jack's. I'm going to have to go. So I'm thinking I've got that much left of this skein. I wonder whether I just work this. I don't know how many rows I get out of that, 3 or 4, and see what it looks like. And then measure it. I understand so this isn't blocked, so I'm wondering, I don't know what to do, whether to block this, and I found out this is a thing, you block your yoke of your colour work, and then you can see how far it comes down. So I don't know. Any advice would be much appreciated. Right, I'm going to have to go, and I'll have to come back. Okay, love? Well, I'm back now. I had my dinner. What did we have? We had pan-fried bassa fish with creamy mashed potato, carrots and munch stew. That was too big a portion for me. I ate all my fish and about half of everything else. But it was delicious. So where was I? Oh my word. I think I was talking about a beautiful colour work and the contemplating whether to add a little bit more length to it. It's supposed to be 5.5 inches for my size, and I think I'm making, what size am I making? I'm making a size 4. Does it say you're supposed to have any? And the sweater is supposed to fit with 7 to 10 inches positive ease around the bust. Right. So I'm doing size 4 because that's for a 49-inch bust. So I should have, what, about 7.5, yeah. So hopefully that'll work out okay. Oh my word, I am super chuffed with this. Super chuffed with this. And as I'm knitting it, as I'd finished like knitting the colour work, I thought to myself, why did I say to myself, I can't do it? I'm so good at saying that. So I think I'm on a roll now. I think I'm just going to have a go. And the worst thing I can do is just to undo it. So I think I might block this out a bit and sort of, yeah, just pull that down and then make my decision. But I don't think I'm going to do many rows. I think I'll stick to this part, this end of the yarn cake. All my thoughts have gone now out the window, and we'll see how we get on. Yeah, I'm super excited about that project. I have finished 2 other shawls, and I'm just needed a palette cleanser because I've knitted a shawl, and it's the scarflet, which I wanted to do as soon as I saw it. And I bought the yarn in Blackpool, and yeah, it's taken me a little while. It's charted, and I'm trying to improve my chart knowledge, and I cannot for the life of me get it into my head that it's the same symbol knitting whether you're on the right side or the wrong side, and the cables, it's American, I think, cable terminology. That's what I'm thinking. And I learned English style, which was C4 back, which I think is cable 4 back. So you would hold, I think, 2 and put 4. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just talking utter nonsense. But that's to get that into my head. I have a couple of projects that I would like to do in the future. My knitting and crocheting dream projects. So my darling friend Dawn from Dawn's Days and the Woven Almanac has had problems with YouTube. So she's been very brave and she has started again. So thank you to those people that have gone over and that they have resubscribed to her new channel. When I looked, it was like over 800. I think you have to do 1,000 to get control of your channel. I'm in the same predicament. I just don't understand. I'm not as brave as Dawn. But yeah, she's doing really well. So the Dawn's Days, it's Dawn's Days vlog, and it's Dawn's Day, no it isn't, Dawn's Days vlog and the Woven Almanac podcast. And she has just brought out a pattern, and it's free and it's on Ravelry and it's for a crochet pumpkin. Oh my word, beautiful. Look at that. I've never seen a pattern so pretty. So Jeanette from Crafty Clegs Creations has already hooked it on and hooked it off. Yeah, lovely. So I have got the perfect colour, pumpkin colour. I knitted Benjamin, he's number 3 grandson. I knitted him a beautiful cabled Aran jumper last year for his birthday, and I finished the hat off, I think, over the Christmas period. And funny enough, his mum and I were she was going through his wardrobe and she was just asking if, looking through what fitted him. And she was fairly sure that I'd knitted him this green Aran, but it wasn't. It was his nana that knitted him. It was the other one that I knitted that was too small. Fits him on his arms, but it's on its waist. I took it away, didn't measure him, and I just knitted it to pattern. And he's like a runner bean. Yeah, he's sort of just lanky, so he could have done with another couple of inches at that point, and maybe he would have just got the winter out of it. So that's a digress, isn't it? So I want to have a go at making this, and I want to use the Aran because I think it would be absolutely beautiful. So with my success with the colour work, this pattern came out by Andrea Mary for Rhinebeck, and it's called the Ooey Gooey, and I was like, oh my word, I was all over it. All over it. Sorry for the glare, the reflection. Yes. So I thought, right, okay, yes, I would really like to knit that. And I think I have got enough yarn in stash, to be able to knit this in a navy with, I'm not sure whether I'd do purple with it, or I think I've got some, is it red? I think it's red. Whatever I've got, that's the colour I'll use, because then I'm using up my stash. And it's old stash, which is even better. I need to get myself a proper book and start writing down my projects down, because I'm starting to forget. I used to be really good before a podcast, and I'd have my little book and I'd stick everything in, and now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just on to the next thing. So I am, currently having a palette cleanser. I'm just knitting something for Toby, and I absolutely love it. And funny enough, I would call it a waistcoat. Would you call it a waistcoat? I bought this from Tesco's. That's not a very good angle of me. It's a little waistcoat. You see the back of it. And I've worn it quite a bit this last week, and I think I'd like to have a go at just making a waistcoat without all the other paraphernalia, because this is the part of me that gets cold. I've probably not got it on properly. So yes, I'd like to have a go at that. So that jumper, that pumpkin, and this waistcoat. So I need to have a look for a pattern. So if you have one you can suggest for me, then please do. And I need to send my apologies. I have not replied to the comments that were left on my last podcast, and I feel now that it's got so long that it's embarrassing, and I just apologise to you. I love it when you leave me a comment and that I can answer you, and we get a connection going. It's really, really lovely. Just at that particular time, I just couldn't face anything. It was just enough to sort of get through the day, really. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll go through them and I will heart them so that you know that I've read them. So at least I've acknowledged them, and I feel happy in my heart that I've done that. But from now on, I will be doing that. So I hope, yes, that is okay. I've got 2 books Or have I got 3 books? Oh, or have I got 4 books? My word. I did quite a bit of reading, funny enough, over the summer. And I think that I'd started this, but I don't know if I'd finished it. And if I have, I apologise for repeating it. I've never read anything by this author, and now I'm saying that, I think that I might have shown you, so I'll keep it short and sweet. Oh my word, what a wonderful story writer. This is where I was doing all my pages that I was reading every day. Yes, absolutely loved her. Mr. Jackson and I, we booked a holiday, so we're going to Wales. We've got a big wedding anniversary in October, if we make it. Well, we're married 25 years and together 30. And we were supposed to be going to Canada. That's where we would love to go. But with one thing and another, we haven't booked it. I think Mr. Jackson lost his passport and it was in my cupboard for lots of reasons. So we're going to do it next year. I think in October, we were told that depending where you go, it might not be a good place to visit at that time of year. It might be better. So I'm going to look for spring. So that's our plan to do it. So we booked to go to Wales, and we are going to, oh my word, where are we going? Somewhere beginning with A. Not Aberystwyth. It's where Prince William and Princess Catherine. Not Abergele? Abercarn's away by the material. My husband used to take the kids. He's taken camping when I was working, and he would go you go on the Monday, come back on the Friday. So that's where we're going. We've chosen a really beautiful place, and I don't care if it rains all the time. I'll just be happy. I'm taking my sewing machine, I'm taking my knitting, and we'll do a bit of as we please. If we want to go out, we'll go out, and if we don't, we don't. It would just be a real chill time. So that's it, I'm digressing again. So we are going to our favourite, our only independent bookshop that we know of. We have to go to a few towns away, and I will be looking to see if I can find one of her other books. So I'd like to do that. Then I read, this is one that, yes, I haven't shown you this. And this is called My Husband, and it's by Maud Ventura. And I think that she is French, so it's been translated. Oh my word. If you love a psychological thriller, you need to read this. And there are twists and turns all the way that keep you guessing. This was her first book, her debut novel. Oh my word, what a beautiful written story. It has you on your edge of your seat. So yes, loved that. She's definitely got a second novel because I picked that up first and it's in hardback. So I'm hoping when I go that it will still be there. And then any of you that have been around for a while know that I'm absolutely fascinated by history and certain periods, and anything to do with the Second World War seems to be my love at the moment. So when I spotted this, and I think it was in Tesco's, and was it in Tesco's? There are other supermarkets that sell books that are available and that sell clothes. I just happened to be in a queue. So this is called The Last Secret Agent, and it's a true story, and it's written with, the lady was called Philippa Latour with Jude Dobson, and the lady lived till she was 102 and she died in 2023. What a fascinating book. Oh my word. She was signed up at the age of was it 18? Yeah. She had a French father and a British-French mother, and spent her childhood in the Belgian colonised Congo, present-day Zimbabwe and Kenya, before arriving in Paris at 18. As war crept closer to France, Pippa escaped Paris for Britain, where she would spend 5 years working on the home front before being recruited by the SOE. So she was 23. After the war, Pippa settled in New Zealand and had 4 children. So for 70 years, she never spoke about it. Nobody knew. Her husband didn't know, her children didn't know. And it was... let's have a look. One of her sons found something on the internet, and for decades Pippa told no one, not even her children, of her incredible feats. Now for the first time she recounts it all, the full true story of an extraordinary life. it was amazing, absolutely amazing that a young woman of 23 was able to do all this. So that's well worth a read. I don't know if it's on audio. And then, yeah, so sort of a little bit heavy in some parts, but that's what it is when you read periods of history. So, you know, when you're on a certain site, beginning with A, and these things come up at the side, I just happened to spot it, and I thought, right, I'll have a go at this. Oh my word, and I just loved it. It's called The Keepsake Quilters by Felicity Hayes McCoy, and I think she is, is she Canadian? Am I going to get it all right? I'm going to get it all wrong. Let's have a look. Oh, beg your pardon. She was born in Dublin on Ireland. She studied literature before moving to England in the 1970s. So she now lives in Bermondsey in London. I don't know why I thought she was Canadian. That might be something else that I'm looking at. But yeah, it tells the story of a keepsake quilter. And as you know, I'm a keen quilter, so this was just up my alley. Really, really enjoyed that. Is that everything? Yes, I think it is. Oh my word, oh my word. So my plans for the rest of the week, I'm out tonight at a new group. I thought it was a quilters group, but it's like a little sewing group, and the ladies are so lovely. So I'm excited to go and see them tonight. And then tomorrow, what have I got on tomorrow? Tomorrow's my quilting group, which unfortunately looks like it's going to close because the lady is retiring, but we're hoping that something different, slightly different, but along the same lines is going to be set up next year, but that'll be once a month, so we'll see. But my actual proper quilters group, Waterloo Quilters, that I belong to, will still be continuing, so I'll still have that joy in the month. And then what else? Oh, then I've got Girls Brigade tomorrow night. So we were back last week, and we, myself and my second in charge, we had to clear the cupboard out. Oh, we really cleared it out. After 25 years, my husband came down. He was having a bit of a moan, but he managed to get like a crook, because I said to him, he goes, why do you need me to clean the cupboard out? He said, you're quite capable, which is true. But I said, it's how everything's stored. I said, I just need somebody that's tall and strong. So he came and had a look, and it's over the stairs. So I'm only 5'2", so it's sort of, it's like this, and I'm not going to be climbing. But he managed to get everything out. I started sorting, and then, my friend came, and we spent 4 hours. 4 hours sorting it out. I think I arrived at just after 5, and we left just after 10 o'clock. I think Amanda was there for about, 4 hours, 3.5 hours. Oh my word. But I said to her at one point, I said, I don't know why the two hoarders are in charge of a cupboard. But we found some things, and we had a laugh, and we also found some of the sports things. And we used to have the hall upstairs, but now we're downstairs because the church has to make some money or raise some money. So there's a jiu-jitsu club there now when we go in. So we're limited to our space. But we had the hockey sticks out and the balls last night. Oh my word, last week. The girls are so funny. They absolutely loved it. It was hilarious. What I'd forgotten is I just assumed that they would know what to do with a few instructions. But we obviously need some training, or I need some training in the beginning. So hopefully we'll get those out tomorrow before we get down and start our badge work. Thursday, is when I have all the little lovelies, and apart from Alfie, he's volunteered to it's open day or open evening at his senior school, and he has volunteered to show people around, and that's huge for him. Huge. So I'm so proud of him. And then they'll overnight, all of them. So we'll only have 5 to stay overnight, not 6, and then I do the school run. Oh, so that means I've only got 2 drop-offs instead of 3. And then I'll be back here. And then I'll be packing for Yarndale. So if I see any of you, or if any, let's rephrase that. If any of you see me, please come and say hello. And I would love to be able to put a face to a name. Yes, that's it. Right, well, I really hope that I'm able to get this up, so I'll try my hardest, and I'm hoping that I can get it up for Thursday. We will see. And then if I can get it up for Thursday, then we're cooking, and I could be back, which would be wonderful. Well, my lovelies, I hope that you've all been safe. I've been gabbling on so much I forgot my manners. So I hope that you've been safe. I hope that you've had a lovely summer and that you're happy for a September reset. And I look forward to seeing you soon and sharing your company. Okay, bye-bye. Bye, my lovelies.